What's up, guys? My name is Brew. Thanks so much for doing this Audacy check-in. I mean, it's amazing I think it's you. This is the real Chainsmokers now. What's up?
It's good to be back. It's good to be with you, and we're very stoked right now. Actually, I'm kind of riddled with anxiety and everything, but we're very pumped about this new song.
Well, I'd feel good about it. Like, I don't want to put bad juju out there, but I mean, the world kind of went downhill once the Chainsmokers went away like 2 years ago. So maybe you guys coming back.
I didn't want to say anything about that because people are really sensitive about those things. But I mean, is it a coincidence? I don't know. You know what I
mean? Exactly. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what this single does. If COVID just goes away, then like boom, Chainsmokers run the world. But it's so exciting. Like, we'll just start right there, dude. High is out after a year without any new music. Like, what's the feeling? You said anxious. Like,
you just don't know. Like, I mean, we've been away for a minute. The sound of music has changed a lot. Like, the way people are consuming things, the way they're finding new artists is completely different than, just 2 years ago when we took some time off. And so we made this song that we're super stoked on. We made this album that we're even more stoked on. And you have no idea how people are going to react. Like, we've done everything we can, but now we got to put it out in the world and hopefully people connect with it. I think we're really confident in what we made. So whatever it does, we'll be happy with, but
try not to put too much pressure on ourselves. It's like our new theory. It's like, go deeper, not wider. Obviously we love this. Everyone in the world love this song. But I think at the end of the day, like, we're just so happy to be back making music that we're super proud of, like Drew said.
Totally.
Absolutely. And I was going to touch on that because I feel like there's a lot of, the anxiety and pressure of that. Like, in a world where, especially in the last 2 years, it feels like it's so much like out of sight, out of mind. So being gone for a little bit, like, how does the prep change for coming back and trying to make sure, you're still true to yourselves and that you're proud of the work coming out?
It starts with dance classes for TikTok.
Always.
But that was like a revolution in of itself. You know what I mean? And like, we used to make all these stupid videos and post them on TikTok. And I think it's a great platform because you don't have to like hold on to things so dearly. Like, Instagram is like this fake reality of exactly how you want it to curate your life, and TikTok feels a little bit less precious where you can have more fun. It's cool to see that, the opportunity for us. We've never really done that, like, see a song hopefully have a viral moment and watch people create amazing things around it. But for us, in regards to just the last 2 years, it was really like a breath of fresh air, despite obviously the pandemic and the frustrations around that felt globally. But for us, it was opportunity to kind of wind down and make music without any sort of pressure. We didn't know how long it would take to make this album, but we knew that it was finally, like, whatever that time was, that was okay. And that was just such a relief. And we went to Hawaii for the first 3 weeks of 2020, right before the pandemic hit, to kind of just like, really, it was like a vacation, but we brought like a lot of audio equipment just in case we felt like we wanted to get inspired. And, the first few days we just spent surfing and chilling and having a great time with friends. And then something just clicked. And we, at the end of the day, like, we're musicians and we're so passionate about what we do. We can't help it. And it just was like so freeing, though, to be able to like make a song that didn't have like like a goal. It was just like, let's just make music and see what happens. And, obviously over the course of 2 years that you began to focus it in and see a red line between it. And we talked a lot about like what this next chapter means to us, and we're very excited about what we've created.
Absolutely. I mean, we'll go back to the Perfect platform on Instagram. You kind of had a little bit of a story of how that trip went. And High, was it High, or was it a song we're going to hear soon that you wrote like within the first 4 days? I mean, thank God you brought that equipment. Can you imagine you guys get out there? We need to find some coconuts and some pots and pans. Like, we got to make some music. So it was really like 4 days and you were back to it and just making music again, but more so off a feeling.
Absolutely. Yeah. That song is, it's definitely on the album, but no, it's not either of the single or either of the whatever songs we put out first. But yeah, I mean, it was, we started to make music that like felt like the vibe that we were on while we were out there, which was what you hope to do. I mean, cultivating creativity is one of the most difficult things to do as an artist. And especially when like creativity is like your product, where you're always trying to like crank new stuff out, but like, it doesn't work like that. You can't treat it like, you can go to the studio like it's an office job. And I mean, some people do, but My favorite artists, I think, really let themselves go and give themselves like space and time to kind of receive creative ideas and make their best work that way. And I think this is the first time in our career that we enabled ourselves to do that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I wonder, I mean, I feel like you put out the music that you think's good and like, you want to make, but are you worried at all? Like, do you know what a hit still sounds like? Like, how does it change over those 2 years? Does anything like
no idea
schematically change?
Yeah, I don't think at all. I mean, like, I mean, I don't think we made any of these songs to be hits. I mean, we made this whole album first, and then High is a single that we made after we made the whole album. So it sounds and feels like the album, but we did make it a little more splashy and in your face. And maybe like people will like enjoy High, but there will be another song on our album, that becomes bigger. You have no idea. Like I think like now less than ever, like now more than ever, like you have less control over what people are going to react to, and people can take your songs and find this cool moment and start a trend around that moment. And then people realize, oh, well, this whole song is amazing. And then it becomes a big thing. Also, then you also have songs on the radio that, in my opinion, aren't really full songs. They're just like one little catchy clip that goes viral, and it goes so viral that people like are down to hear it on the radio and stuff. So there's like every end of the spectrum in today's music consumption world. So who knows? You just got to like make stuff that you're proud of, that you think is ill. And I think that we've done that, and so be it,
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like trends can be a little dangerous, especially if you make something like as timeless as music around it, but something that is so trend heavy. It's been revolutionary since, you guys have been away a little bit. TikTok. I mean, isn't it wild? Like, what are your thoughts on the app when it comes to people can get a record label deal overnight or have a song go viral and it's on the radio the next day? Like, it seems insane. Are you using it as a tool, basically?
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I just use it for entertainment. I mean, I think it's like a way less toxic place than Instagram. Like, you can learn about the weirdest things and strangest facts. One thing that does bother me is when people like quote TikTok for facts, like in news. You know what I mean? Like, or
if that was the case, oh man,
it's like people are just like, oh, this happened. You're like, that's not when the Revolutionary War was. You know what I mean? It's like, where'd you see that on a TikTok video? Like,
oh my God.
But I think it's a fantastic place for new artists and old artists to explore and connect with their fans. And, it's awesome to see, put something out into the world, and you just have no idea how people are going to interpret it in really clever, fun ways. I'm really excited. And, I think we're all like, during COVID, thank God for TikTok. It was an awesome place to share hobbies and educate on platforms. I mean, we do a lot of investing, and we always tell our companies that like they got to get on this platform because it's a great place to build awareness and community. So yeah, I mean, hopefully it is. I mean, who knows? Someone could take High, chop and screw it, and that could be 10 times bigger than the original. It's just it's just what's so cool and crazy about the platform.
Are we getting me at our spot, the remix soon? Like, is that going to be official?
Yeah,
that's so good.
Thank you. I don't know.
We'll see. I don't even know if she's heard it. I mean, we kind of just made it.
Yeah, I saw it.
And I hope she likes it. I mean, our intention, like, we're obsessed with the original, but it was kind of like the thought was like when we started as the Chainsmokers, our whole, platform was based on doing remixes of indie artists and kind of like taking whatever song they've made and kind of adding a dance electronic spin on it. And and we loved their Willow's record and the Anxiety, and we're just like, let's just give this a go. And we loved how it turned out, and just decided to give it away to fans. But I hope she likes it.
No, for sure. I mean, it's so good. We're just excited for all new music. I mean, High in the music video as well. I'm terrified of heights, so like my palms were all sweaty watching it, which was so odd. But I mean, amazing. Do you guys miss doing that stuff? You're always up for like new projects, like. How much do you have into that process of building a music video?
I mean, this time more than any other time, I think was the best. It was just like, I don't think like we've ever really like made videos that we felt lived up to the potential that, we thought they could be. And I think that had to come down to timing and budget and not spending enough time with the directors, which is something that we did this time, which went a long way. We made our first 2 videos with Kids Studio. And they're just these like 2 amazing guys from Toronto that you really don't really come from our world, but like sat down and we spent a lot of time like getting to know each other and talking through like inspiration, like, mutual inspirations. And we came to this place where it was the most hands-on we've ever been with a video treatment. And that went through the entire production, including the shoot and post-production. And we finally got something that everyone was like, feels really good and confident and can't wait to share with everybody. So I'm just glad we had the time and opportunity to find the right people, get to know them, work with them, and come out with something that's badass.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, our company, along with so many others, like really invested in mental health the past 2 years. It's been such a big thing. How do you guys use music, like as a tool to positively impact your mental health?
Yeah. I mean, it's literally therapy. It's the best form of therapy. It's like, there's something that, I'm in traditional therapy, and I'm getting better at like telling the truth in therapy, if you know what I mean. But I think, when you're on a vibe and you're like when you're writing songs, these things just come out and you say them like so accurately that in your sober, and I don't mean like that we're fucked up all the time making music, but like more like when you're in your sober day-to-day life, like sometimes like thoughts don't connect that way. And when it's such a cathartic experience, like music, and you just like tell the truth, just trying to make it sound good. And when you listen back to it and you're like, holy shit, maybe that is what I meant. That is what I mean. That is how I feel. And so it's been, I think like after we came back to Hawaii in 2020, and we have the backbone of this album, that's the most confident and happy I think I've ever been.
Absolutely. That's incredible. We love having you guys back. It's so exciting to have new music on the way. Before we wrap, you guys have said after like you do a bunch of these interviews and everything, you just throw random stories and stuff out there. Is there anything you would like to throw out before we wrap? Want to start any rumors?
It's been pretty low key now, so I'll have to think of some stuff to come out with. Yeah, but definitely expect just a load of shit from us in the future.
Absolutely. Big talk, all that stuff. I can't wait. Appreciate the time so much, guys. Can't wait to see you soon at a show. Really looking forward to it.
Thanks, brother. See you
guys.
bro.